Roswell Flight Test Crew, here today to take a look at the F181C quadcopter from Holystone. Be sure to click subscribe to keep up with the latest on drones. This video is brought to you by the Academy of Model Aeronautics. More than 80 years of protecting our right to fly, and now offering commercial drone insurance, including hull coverage and up to $2 million in personal liability protection. To borrow a phrase from my childhood, some assembly required, batteries not included. But hey, it's a $99 drone. The kit includes this surprisingly comprehensive illustrated manual. It will take you through all the steps necessary to get up and flying. Start by mounting the landing skids, using the enclosed screws and screwdriver. Mount the propeller guards on each limb. You also get a full set of spare propellers with the kit. The body of this drone is a lightweight plastic shell with geared motors and a fixed 720p camera. There's no video transmitter, just point the drone at your subject and hope for the best. The camera includes a 4GB memory card and a USB card reader. The drone comes with a LiPo battery already on board and another one you can swap out to extend your flying time. You also get 2 USB chargers, so you can recharge both batteries simultaneously. The controller requires 4 AA batteries, which are not included. This little LCD screen on top of the radio lets you know how much battery power is remaining for the aircraft, as well as the controller, and it shows you where your trim settings are. The controller arrives in standard Mode 2 configuration. Start by powering up the aircraft, then turn on the transmitter. Each time you power up the system, you'll need to bind the controller with the aircraft. Move the left stick up and then down. You'll hear a beep from the controller, and then the lights on the drone will be steady. Next, calibrate the gyros and the accelerometers. Make sure the drone is sitting on a level surface, and then press the button on the right shoulder of the controller, and then pull both sticks down and to the left, and the lights on the drone will start blinking, then glow steadily once the calibration is complete. And that means we're ready to go flying. So use this button to start the propellers spinning, and then push up on the left stick to lift off. Now obviously there's no GPS or other position hold sensors, so it's up to you as a pilot to hold it steady against drift and wind. That said, it's surprisingly docile and easy to fly. However, if you're looking for more performance, it has 4 increasingly aggressive flight modes. To change between them, just push the button on the left shoulder of the radio. You'll hear an increasing number of beeps that correspond to the more aggressive inputs. So the more beeps you hear, the more aggressive the maneuvering becomes. But even at maximum, it's still pretty easy to control. I think this aircraft could be very useful for training. Now, as best as I can recall, this is the only drone that we've ever tested that actually exceeds its advertised flight time. The manual says it should get between 6 and 8 minutes, but we're routinely getting about 9, so that's pretty good. Now, when the battery does get low, you'll see the lights on the limbs start to blink. And finally, because it's a Chinese-made drone that costs less than $100, it's got an automatic flip function. To activate it, you push the button on the right shoulder of the radio, and then use the right stick to tell it which way to flip. The camera on this aircraft is really rudimentary, and you don't get any feedback so you can see what you're filming. I have noticed it's got a fairly narrow field of view, so if there's something you really want to see, make sure you're fairly far back from it. Overall though, I'd say this camera is really more of a novelty. It's really not going to be useful for much. You see in the footage here, there's a lot of jello in the image, so just go ahead and have fun with this. So on top of the controller, we've got this little LCD screen right here. And that gives you a couple pieces of information. First of all, right in the middle, it gives you a percentage of throttle input. But you're getting that exact same information from your own left thumb, so I'm not really sure what good that does you. More useful are the things that show you the positions of the trim tabs, although my favorite is this little icon at the bottom that tells you whether or not the camera's recording. So that was our look at the Holystone F181C. To keep up with the latest on drones, be sure to click subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Fly safe.